Welcome back, everybody. This is Filmora Effects, and today we're going to show you how I made my little Stranger Things tribute intro. Let's just expand the timeline a little bit. And the first thing I did was took my normal opener, but added a Stranger Filter effect, number 25. Filmora has released a whole bunch of Stranger Things overlays. So I went through a lot of them and found one that matched the other clips that I wanted to do. So it's kind of a bluish theme, so that it would blend right in with that. Next thing I did is I went through quite a bit of audio and finally came up with this one called Weirdo. That again is included in Filmora. You just go to recommended, search up here for Weirdo. I listened to an awful lot of them before I came up with the one that I wanted. I also went ahead and added the beat, although I kind of got it off the beat as I was going because I just didn't really need the beat for what I was doing, but I like to add the beat. Usually 4 times on the 4 count. So as we scroll across, we'll notice that there was a title intro newly released that I used. Title number 1, which puts up some words. I just actually used what they had run because that was the theme of my little intro, was the girl running. And again, I'm using a filter, title filter, and I have some background stuff going on. This is intro, and right here I did a fade out using the transitions fade. It's in my favorites because I use it all the time. These are the ones that I really like to use. I use wind a lot too. See that one? But for this one I used fade. So you can see the words fade out. Now here I came back with the same filter effect, number 25. I wanted to keep this color theme going throughout. And I did some keyframing on this one. Now this is just another clip that was taken from Filmora stock media. I believe I got this one from Pexels, I think. This guy with the boots, but I'm actually used this guy's boots to match up with the girl wearing the boots in the next scene. So I'm going to go real slow. You can see what's happening here. So I did a fade effect, and you can see that by double clicking on the little dot. And as we scroll across, I did the opacity and I scaled up. So I brought the image in closer as I faded it out. Okay. Now we're moving into another free clip from Filmora. I think I got this from Pexels as well. And there's quite a bit of stuff going on here. So first thing I did is I slowed it down. Okay. I didn't like the speed that she was walking or running, so I slowed it down. Also in this clip, I cut it right there where she raised her purse. And the reason I did that is because in this clip, she spins around. This is actually a happy clip that I turned into a Stranger Things clip. So she turns around. So I cut it right before she turned. So it made it look more like she was scared, throwing her arms in the air. Okay. I put that same red Strange intro pack element number 4. Again, this came from the Stranger World stuff right here. Intro pack number 4, right there. Now that's a filter opener. I'm sorry. I used the effects over here. So then what I did, intro pack element, I changed the compositing on it, and I lowered the opacity so it bled through, and I used the blending mode of darken, which gave this really cool effect. So as she's running, you can see the monster bleed through right there for a second. Then I came in with another dissolve. This was a dissolve. You can see the whole thing just dissolve away. And then I put a black in. I got the black from media, sample color, and you can choose all kinds of colors here. So I wanted that screen to go to black. That's how I did it. Okay, this is a clip also from Unsplash or Pexels or something. It's all free over here. I have quite a bit saved. Every time you download one, it saves it in your downloads folder for you. There she is right there. So this was a rather large clip. And I needed that high resolution. I really wanted to focus on this eyeball right here. And you notice the stranger filter effect is coming all the way across this thing. All the way across. I'm keeping that color theme the same all the way across. Okay, so right about here I started my keyframing. And I can double click the little white dot and show you what I did. So as we scroll across, you can see the scale. I left the opacity alone, and all I did was scale up. And right here I added the next intro pack element, which is of course of the monster, and I used a mask. Okay, so now we'll have to come up here and show you the mask. So I used a circle mask, and the masked around this element to make it more oval to fit the eye. I also used the remove black background effect. Okay, and you get that effect from effects, and I have it in my favorites, but you can remove the black background and the white background. So I removed some of that background color to get what I wanted, and right there I did two different things at once. I started a transition into black, another dissolve, and at the same time I keyframed. So I got a mask and a keyframe all going on at the same time here, and you can see what's happening. I did another opacity trick to basically fade it out, and I kept the music the same, running underneath, and just let it go to black. And that's it, guys. That's what I did. I always like to show folks exactly how I'm making these things, give you some ideas. And we'll bring this timeline down so you can see the whole thing. You can actually click this button right here, zoom to fit. And we'll skip the little intro, and then you can see everything that I did. You can watch it happen. Now that you know what I did, it's even cooler, right? Zoom in, opacity out, slow down, darken the effect, bleed it through, let it play for a second, and we're going to zoom in, scale up is what we were actually doing, bring the mask in, fade the whole thing out. That's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you learned a little something. Keyframing, opacity, scaling, using the all the excellent, cool effects that Filmora gives you for free with your subscription is just amazing stuff you can do. And whenever they put out a new one, Strange World, what they're calling it. This is all for Stranger Things, of course. They'll just put it right here. They'll call it hot or new, and then later on, it'll go down under film stock or down in here somewhere. But for a while, so if they do something with basketball, for example, it'll say basketball right here. And then you can just jump over to transitions and just kind of look around for the new stuff. Oh, say, hey, there's 31 new effects, elements I used. So right here, Strange World has dropped off. It's not hot or new anymore, but now there's a new one called Superhero Visual Effects. So it looks like they've just released some new stuff, but Under Strange World is 47 of those. And that's how they do it. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please hit the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel, click that like button, and we'll see you real soon on the next video.